The station floated in silence above a wide band of storms. The gas giant below turned slowly, its clouds glowing in soft colors. Inside the station, Commander Ethan Cole stood by the main window and watched the endless motion. He had been out here for months, far from Earth, far from noise, far from anything that felt alive. The station was built for one purpose. It listened. Huge arrays stretched out from its frame, catching signals from deep space. Most days, they picked up nothing but static background noise or distant echoes from long-dead stars. It was quiet work, boring work, safe work. That changed in a single moment. A sharp tone broke the silence of control room. Ethan turned at once. Report. A young officer, Jake Miller, leaned over his console. Sir, we have something new. It's not natural. Ethan walked over, calm but focused. Show me. Lines of strange symbols filled the screen. The signal repeated in a steady pattern. It was clear, strong, and very much intentional. Source. Ethan asked. Deep space. Way beyond our outer sensors. Jake said. It's coming straight at us. Ethan crossed his arms. Run a full scan. Record everything. More crew members gathered. The quiet station came alive. Screens lit up. Voices filled the room. After a few minutes, Dr. Laura Bennett entered. She had been called in from her lab. Her eyes moved quickly across the data. Is this real? She asked. Ethan nodded. Looks like it. Laura studied the patterns. It's structured. This is a message. Jake frowned. From who? No one answered. Hours passed as the team worked. They broke the signal into parts, searching for meaning. Laura led the effort, writing notes, drawing links, testing ideas. Ethan stayed close. He watched as the message slowly took shape. At last, Laura leaned back. I think I have it, she said. The room went quiet. Play it, Ethan said. The symbols changed into simple text. Not perfect, but close enough. Laura spoke as she read. Target world identified. Primitive species confirmed. No advanced threat detected. Resource value moderate. Claim approved. A long pause followed. Jake blinked. What does that mean? Ethan's voice was low. It means they're coming. Laura kept reading. Fleet en route. Arrival in 180 cycles. Cycles? Jake asked. Laura shook her head. We don't know their time system, but based on signal delay, maybe months. Ethan looked at the screen again. They think we're not a threat. Jake gave a weak laugh. That's good, right? Ethan did not smile. No, that's the worst part. The message repeated again, cold and clear. Primitive species. No threat. Claim approved. Ethan felt something shift inside him. Not fear. Not yet. Something else. Send everything to Earth, he said. Full priority. Jake nodded and began the transmission. Laura looked at Ethan. Do you think they know we heard this? Ethan shook his head. I doubt it. They didn't even try to hide it. Because they don't care, Laura said. Yes, Ethan said. Because they don't care. The station fell quiet again, but it was not the same silence as before. Now it felt heavy. Far away on Earth, the message arrived. In a secure room, leaders gathered. Screens showed the translation. Faces grew tense. Some spoke in low voices. Others just stared. General Ryan Carter stood near the center of the room. He listened without moving. When the message ended, he spoke. So they think we're weak. No one argued. A woman at the table said, We don't even know what they are. Their technology could be far beyond ours. Ryan nodded. It probably is. Then what do we do? Ryan looked around the room. We prepare. Another voice spoke. We can't fight something like this. Ryan's eyes hardened. We don't have a choice. Back at the station, Ethan watched the gas giant turn. Sir, Jake said quietly, do you think we can win? Ethan took a slow breath. I think, he said, they made a mistake. Jake looked at him. What kind of mistake? Ethan turned from the window. They decided what we are before they ever met us. Laura stepped closer. And what are we? Ethan gave a small, grim smile. Something they don't understand. The signal kept playing in the background, over and over again. A message sent across the stars with full confidence. A message that would soon be proven wrong. The news spread across Earth faster than any storm. At first, people did not believe it. It sounded too strange, too big, too unreal. But the proof was clear. The message from space had been recorded, studied, and confirmed. They were not alone, and they were not safe. Cities filled with noise. People argued, feared, and asked questions no one could answer. Some wanted to run. Some wanted to hide. Some refused to believe anything at all. But governments did not wait. General Ryan Carter stood in a war room filled with screens. Maps of Earth, the solar system, and deep space covered the walls. Time is short, he said. We don't waste it. Orders went out across the world. Factories changed their purpose. Machines that once built cars and phones now built weapons and ships. Scientists were called in from every field. Old projects were reopened. New ones began overnight. For the first time in history, nations worked together without argument. They had a common enemy. In orbit, new stations were built. Old satellites were upgraded. Defense lines formed around Earth. Lieutenant Maya Brooks stood in a training bay, staring at a small fighter ship. It was new, fast, and built for war. You ready? A voice asked. She turned. Her friend, Alex Turner, leaned against the wall. Maya shrugged, as ready as anyone. Alex smiled. That's not very comforting. Maya looked back at the ship. Nothing about this is... Training was hard and fast. Pilots learned new systems every day. Simulations ran without rest. Mistakes were not allowed. Maya climbed into her ship and powered it up. The controls lit up under her hands. Run the drill, her instructor said. The simulation began. Enemy ships appeared on the screen, fast, precise, and deadly. They moved in perfect patterns like a dance. Maya watched carefully. She did not follow the standard moves. Instead, she broke the pattern. She turned sharply, moved out of line, and attacked from an angle no one expected. The system paused. That was not the plan, the instructor said. Maya took a breath. The plan is predictable. The instructor studied the results. Then he nodded slowly. Do it again. Across the planet. Others trained in their own ways. Soldiers learned new tactics. Engineers built strange, creative weapons. Nothing was off limits. Back at the deep space station, Ethan Cole watched the reports come in. Earth was changing. Fast. Laura stood beside him. They're pushing everyone to the limit. Ethan nodded. Good. You don't sound worried, she said. I am, Ethan replied, but I'm also hopeful. Laura raised an eyebrow. Hopeful? Ethan pointed at the screen, showing images of ships, weapons, and people working together. They think we're weak because we fight each other, he said. They don't see what happens when we stop. Laura looked at the images again. For once, the world was united. Months passed quickly. Then one day, the sensors lit up again. Jake's voice filled the room. Contact. Multiple signals. Large fleet. Ethan stepped forward. Distance. Entering the outer system now. Laura felt her chest tighten. They're here. The alien ships moved with perfect order. Hundreds of them, maybe more. Their shapes were strange and smooth, glowing with cold light. They did not slow down. On Earth, alarm sounded. General Ryan Carter stood ready. All units, he said, this is it. Human ships moved out to meet the enemy. Maya sat in her cockpit, hands steady. Stay sharp, Alex said over the comm. Maya smiled slightly. Always. The distance closed. No words were exchanged. The aliens did not try to talk. They simply attacked. Bright beams of energy cut through space. Human ships scattered, then returned fire. The battle had begun. At first, the aliens moved with perfect control. Their attacks were clean and exact. But humans did not move the same way. They dodged, broke formation, and struck from odd angles. Maya pushed her ship hard. She moved fast, never staying still. On your left. Alex shouted. I see it, she said. She spun her ship and fired. The alien craft took a hit and drifted off. Maya's heart raced, but her mind stayed clear. They're too perfect, she said. What? Alex asked. They don't change, she replied. They follow the same moves. Alex paused. So we don't. Maya smiled. Exactly. The battle grew wild. And for the first time, the alien fleet slowed. Something was wrong. Something they did not expect. Humans were fighting back. And they were not easy to predict. The war did not slow down after the first battle. It only grew. Reports came in every hour. Some were good. Many were not. Ships were lost. Lives were lost. But each fight taught humans something new. They watched the aliens closely. Every move, every pattern, every mistake. Dr. Noah Grant worked in a lab filled with broken alien parts. Strange metal and glowing pieces covered every table. Careful with that, he said to a young engineer. The engineer nodded and adjusted the tool. Noah picked up a small device. It hummed softly in his hand. They rely on clean energy flow, he said. Very exact. No room for change. The engineer looked up. Can we use it? Noah smiled. We already are. Human ships began to change. New weapons appeared. Faster systems. Stronger shields. Not perfect, but improving. Captain Olivia Hayes stood in a small transport ship. Her team checked their gear in silence. You all know the plan, she said. They nodded. Their target was an alien ship drifting after a battle. It was damaged, but not destroyed. Bored, gather intel, get out, Olivia said. Simple. One soldier gave a short laugh. Nothing about this is simple. Olivia looked at him. Then make it simple. The ship moved in. The alien vessel was huge. Smooth walls, no sharp edges, glowing lines across its surface. They cut their way inside. The air was thin and cold. The halls were quiet. Stay close, Olivia said. They moved forward. Strange shapes lined the walls. Screens flickered with unknown symbols. Then a sound, movement. An alien appeared at the end of the hall. Tall, thin, and fast. It froze when it saw them. So did they. Then everything happened at once. The alien moved with speed, but the humans reacted without thinking. Shots fired. The alien fell. Silence returned. One soldier breathed out. That was close. Olivia nodded. Keep moving. They reached the control room. Noah's voice came through the comm. Find anything? Olivia looked at the systems. Yes, and you're going to like it. Data was sent back to Earth. New information. New understanding. The aliens were not used to this kind of fight. They were strong, advanced, precise, but they were not flexible. Humans were. Back in space, Maya flew through another battle. Her ship shook as she dodged an attack. They're changing, Alex said. Maya frowned. A little, but not enough. She pushed forward. Risky, fast, unpredictable. She broke through the enemy line and struck at the center. The alien ships hesitated. Just for a moment, it was enough. Human forces hit them hard. Back on their flagship, alien commanders watched the battle. This is not expected, one said. They adapt, another replied. That is not possible at this rate. But it was happening. Every fight made humans stronger. Every loss made them more dangerous. The aliens began to slow their advance. They sent reports back home. New words filled their messages. Unstable, unpredictable, resilient, dangerous. On Earth, General Ryan Carter read those reports. He allowed himself a small smile. Now they're starting to understand, he said. Laura stood beside him. Do you think it's enough? Ryan shook his head. Not yet. The war was far from over. But one thing was clear. The aliens had made a mistake, and they were beginning to pay for it. The war reached a new level near the giant planet. Its storms rolled in slow circles, but the space around it burned with light and fire. Human ships gathered in secret, hidden behind moons and shadow. Commander Ethan Cole stood on the bridge of command ship. He watched the quiet before the fight. Every ship held position, waiting. Status, he said. Fleet ready. An officer replied. All units in place. Ethan nodded. Hold until my signal. The plan had taken weeks to build. It was risky. It had to be. The alien flagship moved closer, large and bright. It led a strong force. It moved with full confidence. as it had in every battle before. They think we are weak here, Laura said softly. She stood beside Ethan, watching the same view. They think this is our last line, Ethan replied. So we let them think that. Human ships showed themselves, just enough to be seen. They formed a thin defense, spread wide and easy to break. The alien fleet did not slow. It moved in to strike. Now, Ethan said, hidden ships powered up. Signals changed. The trap closed. From behind the moons, from dark space, from places the enemy had not checked, human ships rushed forward. The alien fleet paused for a second. It was the same small pause Maya had seen before. It was all the time humans needed. Attack, Ethan ordered. Fire filled the space around the planet. Human ships moved in fast, not in lines but in waves, braking and turning, never staying in one place. Lieutenant Maya Brooks led a group straight at the flagship. Stay with me, she said. Alex's voice came back, steady. Right behind you. The flagship fired. Bright beams cut through space. 2 human ships were lost in an instant. Maya did not stop. She pushed closer, moving in sharp turns. Her ship shook with each near hit. Shields are holding, she said. Not for long, Alex warned. I only need a moment. She saw it then. A gap, small but real. Their shield cycle has a delay, she said. Are you sure? Alex asked. No, she said, but I'm going anyway. She drove her ship forward, straight at the flagship. The world narrowed to a single point. She fired at the exact moment the shield dropped for a fraction of a second. The shot hit. A bright flash spread across the surface of the flagship. Its shields flickered. Direct hit, Alex shouted. Again, Maya said. Other ships joined in. They struck the same point again and again. The shield failed. Boarding teams, go. Ethan ordered. Captain Olivia Hayes led her team in fast. Their transport cut through the damaged hull and locked in place. Move, Olivia said. They entered the ship. Inside, alarms sounded in strange tones. Lights flickered. The air felt thin. Alien guards rushed to meet them. The fight was close and fast. Humans moved with force and speed. They did not follow one style. They did whatever worked. Olivia pushed forward, her team at her sides. Control room ahead, one of them said. Then we take it, Olivia replied. They broke through the last door. Inside, alien leaders turned to face them, tall figures with sharp eyes. They did not run. For a moment, both sides stood still. Then Olivia spoke. It's over. The aliens did not answer. Outside, the battle slowed. Without the flagship's shields and command, the fleet began to break apart. Some ships tried to flee. Others fought harder. Ethan watched it all. Push them back, he said. Do not let them regroup. Human ships pressed forward. The alien fleet was no longer in control. For the first time, they were losing. Inside the flagship, Olivia secured the room. It's done, she said into her calm. Ethan closed his eyes for a second. Then he opened them again. Good work, he said. Now we end this. The store below kept turning, slow and calm, as the battle above changed the future of both sides. The battle ended slowly, not in a single moment, but in a long series of small ones. One by one, alien ships powered down or were destroyed. The space around a giant planet grew quiet again. Wreckage drifted in silence. Human ships held position, watching for any sign of another attack. On the captured flagship, Captain Olivia Hayes stood in the main control room. The alien leaders were under guard. They did not speak, but their eyes moved across the room, taking in every detail. Secure all systems, Olivia said. Her team moved to the strange controls. They did not fully understand them, but they had help. Dr. Bennett were ready. Olivia said into her calm. Laura's voice came back, calm and focused. I'm linked in. Send me access. Data flowed from the flagship to Earth. Symbols, signals, and system codes filled the screens. Laura worked fast. They use a layered command system, she said. If we control the core, we control their network. General Ryan Carter stood behind her. Do it. Laura nodded and continued. Minutes passed. Then she stopped. I have it. Can you send a message? Ryan asked. Yes, Laura said. To all of them. Ryan looked at the main screen. It showed the alien fleet, now broken and scattered. Then we send one. On the flagship, Olivia watched as the system came alive under human control. Channel open, Laura said. Ryan stepped forward. He did not raise his voice. He did not need to. This is General Ryan Carter of Earth, he said. Your attack has failed. Your fleet is defeated. The message spread across their network, reaching every alien ship and beyond. You judged us without knowing us, Ryan continued. You called us weak. You were wrong. Olivia listened in silence. Around her, even the alien leaders seemed still. We do not want to destroy you, Ryan said. Stand down and you will live. Continue this fight and you will be destroyed. The message ended. For a moment, nothing happened. Then one alien ship powered down. Then another, and another, across the field. Lights faded as ships surrendered. Some did not. Those ships turned to attack again, desperate and proud. Human forces responded at once. The final fights were short. When they ended, the silence returned. A different kind of silence. Not fear, not waiting. Something new. Relief. Back on Earth. People watched the reports. Slowly, the truth became clear. They had survived. More than that, they had won. Ethan Cole stood once again by a window, this time on a human ship near the battle site. He looked out at the drifting remains of the fight. Laura joined him. It's over, she said. For now, Ethan replied. Laura nodded. Do you think they'll come back? Ethan thought for a moment. Yes, he said, but not the same way. Laura looked at him. Because now they know. Ethan gave a small smile. Yes, now they know. On the flagship, Olivia watched his human team secure the last systems. Send the final message. Ryan said. Laura prepared the transmission. This one would go farther than the last. Beyond the fleet. Beyond the system. Back to wherever the aliens had come from. She took a breath. Then she sent it. The message was simple. Earth stands. Humans fight. If you come again, come ready. Because we will be. The signal left the ship and moved into deep space. Far away it would be received and understood. The war had changed something in humanity. Old divisions were still there, but now there was proof of what they could do together. They were not weak. They were not easy. They were something else entirely. Something dangerous. Something strong. Something that would not back down. And now the galaxy knew it.